Hey guys, it's Kate, Zencat Vintage, and it has been a long minute since I posted a video. I had some stuff going on, really wasn't in the headspace for it, to be completely honest, but I am back, trying to get back into it, and this footage is actually from a few months ago, probably like April, but I figured why not have a look at it anyways. So this is a thrift store that I don't actually get to very often. I've honestly only been here a couple times, and it is in Chemainus, BC. It is like a hospital healthcare auxiliary, and it's awesome. Spoiler alert, it's a great thrift store. I really loved it here. The prices were awesome for the most part. So here I was looking at these little China coasters. Those were Royal Grafton, I think. 6 of them for $3. And then here were some teacups in the Royal Albert pattern Petit Point. They had the cups priced at $12 for the pair, which isn't the greatest for resale, but not a terrible price if you collect it. It's really more so like the teapots and things in Petit Point that can go for like $100 or more. Then over a little bit, I found this box, actually 4 boxes of model train stuff. Now this is totally my husband's wheelhouse. And yeah, we definitely grabbed this. They had it originally priced at $150, but had marked it down to half that. So that was a very cool score. There were some really cool pieces in there. And then this piece here is like a Rolodex kind of thing, and it has all the cocktail recipes on it. It's called the Bar Aid. It's a little off kilter, so I'm probably gonna have to pop it apart. I still haven't done it, and like re-roll it or something. I love those Tupperware batter bowls. I would have grabbed that one if it had the lid, but it didn't, unfortunately. That was priced at $2.50. And then the Hardy Boy books, I will oftentimes pick those up to sort of like build up little lots of them. And those were only priced at $1, but I kind of just like bypassed them because I came across this shrine to buttons. I, like, much to my husband's chagrin, I can't help but love buttons. And I spent way too long looking through all these buttons. I did actually find a couple little bags that I kept for myself for crafting. But yeah, I mean, they were just so meticulously organized. And that was what I found really striking about this store, was it is so well laid out. They have like these little nooks, these little alcoves for the different like categories. So this area here was linens, blankets, towels, things like that. They had vintage doilies, which there was actually a very cool one. This one here with the beads in it. That was priced at $5. It was actually really big. It was really beautiful. But I didn't actually end up picking that one up. But I thought it was really interesting how they have the store laid out. And then here you can see this is like the book nook. And again, just super well organized. The books, as far as I could tell, were actually organized pretty well by category. I don't know if they went so far as to like alphabetize everything, but you know, like they had the different genres together, and you know, like fiction, nonfiction. Yeah, just a lot of care and thought obviously put into the display of this store. Now on this table here, they had assorted glassware, and I was looking at these margarita glasses because these can actually resell well. This is like the Mexican recycled glass. These ones were pretty heavily worn though. They had a lot of scratches inside. Obviously someone really liked their margaritas. So I did end up passing on them, even though the prices were pretty reasonable. And then here, mugs, 2 for 25 cents. Like not 25 cents each, 2 mugs for 25 cents. It was, I mean, I'm such a mug fiend, and I was stoked to see that all these mugs were 12.5 cents each. That one was a pretty otagiri one. It had obviously been through the dishwasher quite a few times, but you know, I snagged this Starbucks one. This is from 2022. It's one of their holiday mugs. I've seen like 10 different names for it, but I just really liked that kind of splatter paint effect on there in the pink and the green. So that should be a good one for eBay. And I did grab another mug there as well. And here you can see now we're in another little alcove. This is like Housewares. You can see all the dishes, glassware, mugs, small appliances, utensils. Very, very well organized. I took a look at the thermoses there. The one was priced at $5 and the other one was priced at $8. So those were a little high for my reselling, but not a terrible price if you were buying for yourself or if you like the old thermoses, because honestly they work so well. And they can resell quite well too. I haven't had the greatest luck with them lately though, so I tend to shy away unless they're either very cool or very cheap. Here I have to look at more 12.5-cent mugs. These weren't anything special. I just really loved the color and I love the hand-painted flowers. Some cool like orchard looking mugs there. I think those were a Gibson pattern. And then just like a lot of basic glassware, but all really reasonably priced. And then these were neat. I was kind of hoping they would be vintage. The little gold trim on them usually is like a vintage vibe, kind of a mid-century pattern. But I'm pretty sure they're actually just like an Amazon special. That's, you know, just like a Walmart or order it off of Amazon, you know, for 20 bucks kind of thing. So those did stay as much as I thought they were super cute. I'm always a sucker for the cherry dishes by Mikasa. And I held on to that one for a bit, but I actually ended up finding a little chip on it. So I popped it back on the shelf, but it was only 50 cents. Again, just the pricing was like, for the most part, so amazing. That little creamer there, I did pick up for $1.25. That's a Hornsey pattern. It's called Contrast, just very simple, very neutral, right? It's like a dark chocolate brown. And then this was a pretty sauce boat. The pattern reminded me of something, but I was never able to like quite put my finger on it. And then this little section here, this was closer to sort of where their cache is. And this was kind of, I guess, more of like a featured area. And so this ice bucket is actually by Hoya. It is the Glacier pattern. They had it priced at $5, came with the tongs, which was cool, but they don't resell for a ton. And they're quite heavy, kind of a pain to store and ship, but... And that candle holder, it was not signed, but it looked like a John art piece, which is, he's a Romanian glassmaker. But I couldn't find a signature, so it was only $3. I probably should have grabbed it just in case, because it was super similar. But I did end up leaving it just thinking, you know, this was at the beginning of a long day of thrifting. So I think I was trying to be a little conservative with how much I spent, and we had already spent the $75 on all the train stuff. So these mugs were cool. It took me a minute to kind of place what they were. And it's actually that famous mosaic, the fish and loaves. It's somewhere in Israel. I apologize for not knowing more specifically, but it's a famous mosaic piece in like an ancient settlement. This was just a neat little piece, someone's hobbyist artwork, funky little drip glaze on there. And these were really pretty, those teacups there. Probably should have given them a closer look. They were, I think, $5, and there was like 6 sets, so 12 pieces total, which is pretty good. And so this is the same sort of area where that like featured kind of item shelf was, and this was kind of the nook alcove around it, and it was just kind of other assorted general housewares. There was candles in here, just kind of the more random bits and pieces, decor, figurines. That was just a cute little wooden candle holder. And then those little decoupage cats, I always have a soft spot for them. That one was quite yellowed, but they are worth thinking about if they're reasonably priced, because they actually do sell. Certain styles of them sell a bit better though, so. But definitely like the bold florals in those decoupage kind of cat figurines. This piece here unfortunately did have some damage. It was missing one of those brass inlay pieces, which was too bad. It's a Bombay sort of desk caddy, or like a valet, and those can resell very well. We have sold those in the past for like 40 to 50 by Bombay company. So a little disappointed that those were damaged. And then there, just double checking to make sure I wasn't missing any lucite candles or anything super awesome. And then here was, these were just some like ceramic fruit, except they were super heavy. So I'm honestly not sure what the material was. All priced at like $2 to $3 each, and very, very cool. But as much as I wanted the banana, I did end up leaving it. And I think that is where we are going to wrap up. So hopefully you enjoyed, and stay tuned for the haul.